So any confusion with regards to yesterday's session?
No.
All right. All right. So we were discussing about the data conversion, right? So wherein we do have values in a string, integer values enclosed in double quotes, and those are considered as a string. But we want to do some mathematical operation on those integer values. So we will have to convert the data. So theory part we already covered. So we'll start with practical today. So first type of conversion comes here is integer type to byte type. So what does it mean? Let's say I have one byte variable a and I have one int variable b equal to 20. So if I write int c equal to a plus b, will it be okay or not? Or it will throw some error or exception at runtime?
It might throw exception.
Okay, Sitara. Byte is short in length. I mean, it's a one byte data type, and it's a 4 byte data type.
I don't think so. It will give an error because since, as you said, byte is smallest,
Mhm.
it can store in integer C as well, right?
Yeah, right. So Sitara is right. So it won't give any error here or any exception. Since you are storing a byte type into integer type, so that's absolutely fine. What if I do byte here? So it is throwing error at a compile time only, right? So it cannot convert from int to byte. So we are trying to store integer value b, right? Adding with byte and then storing in byte. So that's not possible in Java. For that, we will have to cast this with byte. We have byte data type already, so we have to cast this with byte. So once we do that, it is fine. Now we can perform the desired operation. So it will give 30. Making sense?
So in this case, even if the integer is, I mean, the greatest, it shows greatest value, it will still store by in byte.
Yeah, it will. The final output is in byte. C is type byte type of data type.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the reason it is giving error. Byte cannot hold a byte plus integer, because
Okay.
integer is long in length, byte is short in length. So how a short member can hold the long value? Let's say you are trying to store tomorrow. You are trying to store 200 here. Okay, now what will happen? It will give a problem if that is allowed.
Okay.
Okay. So if I write int b equal to 100, and if this mechanism is not there, then let's say you are able to add these two numbers, then it is exceeding the size of byte. Byte support only up to 127, but you are able to add 200 plus 10. So actually the total value of this will become 210. So it's not practically possible to store 210 in byte data type, right? Okay, so that's the reason we will have to cast this with byte.
So we are converting integer into byte, and
Yeah.
then we are doing the addition and storing it in byte again.
Yeah, this will give a problem because this is something 200 is not supported. So total value of this will become 210, right? And it will start counting from 127, then it will start from there. It will start from 0. So 127, if you start counting in reverse direction, it will be like minus 46. Making sense?
Sorry, I didn't understand this.
So what I'm saying
Even
is,
the reverse. Yeah.
yeah, so what I'm saying is, since the size of byte supports only up to 127 in plus.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and sum of this is 210. Right, because of that only, and you are storing the sum of this into byte data type, and byte data type does not support 210. So
Correct.
it is, I think it is taking some random value, or there is some calculation. There is some calculation. 127, 83. So 128 minus 83. Okay. Now what is happening here? See, value of this is 210. Okay. Sum of this is 210, right? A plus B. Now, what is the maximum size byte can store is only up to 127. In plus, right? So 210 minus 127. Oh, 210 minus 83. That's 128. So difference of this will be 83. Right? And which is subtracted from 128. So that is coming as 46.
Okay.
Got it? So this is how it is handled internally. We hardly use this in real time. Right? This is just for information. And if you're looking for some reverse conversion, that is not required. As in, if I'm trying to store sum of A plus B into C, that's absolutely fine. So A is byte type, B is int type, and you are storing A plus B into C. That is again an int type. So this is a larger data type, so that's okay. It won't give any sort of error, or no typecasting is required at runtime. So first one was integer type to byte type. Next one is string to number that we use in our regular programming. String to number, and here we have two types. First one is string to integer, and second is string to double. All right, so for string to integer, let's say I have some value, string A equal to 10, string B equal to 20, string C equal to, let's say, ABC. So if I do so A plus B, what will be my output?
10 plus 20.
10 plus 20. You mean to say 10 plus 20, like this?
10 and 20 maybe.
10 plus 20, like this? Or
No,
10,
no,
20?
not the plus.
10, 20.
10,
Yeah,
20.
10, 20. Yeah.
10, 20. Okay,
It is
okay.
characters.
All right, yeah. So that is
That dot before the
okay.
comment. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the problem with this type of data, right? We are having integer value, and those values are by default returned into string type, and when we try to add them, they will be like directly concatenating. There won't be any mathematical operation, right? So what we have to do, we have to change this to integer value. For that we use integer class, integer dot parseInt. We do have a lot of methods. ParseInt string. So we will directly pass a here, and it's all done. Num2 equal to integer dot parse int to p. Now if I add num1 plus num2, and if I try to run this, it's fine, right? Number is the string type of data is converted into integer and it is stored in num1, and this string type of data is converted into integer num2 and it stored here in num2, right? And we in first CISO we are adding a plus b, that is our original string, and in second CISO we are adding num1 plus num2. To see the difference here, now we are able to do the correct mathematical operation.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
Okay, now the
Yeah.
trick here is, if I try to, let's say, int num3 equal to integer dot pass int string c, it will give you error here. It will give you runtime error, number format exception. The number format exception is coming. Why? Because this is a string type of data. It cannot be passed to int, right? So this line is having problem. This will give number format exception. Making sense?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Next one is double, right? So sometimes there are we do have data in double in decimal format, right? So that we store in double data type, and then since if that is there in the string value, then you cannot use them. So let's say instead of this, I have string 10.37. String B is having value, let's say 20.48. String C, let's say it's same as this. Now I will have to, same problem will come here. If I try adding this, then output would be something which you cannot, you are not expecting, right? So if I try executing this, the output would be 10.37 20.48. 10.37 20.48, because it is directly concatenating both the values. So we will have to pass this. So double num1 equal to DOU double dot pass double string a double small d num2 equal to double dot pass double b. Now if you try adding them, it would be the desired output. The first is 10.37 20.48, second is 30.85. So I think that's a sum of these two numbers, 10.37 plus 20.48. Making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, understood.
And we will get the number format exception if we try to parse this string into double. So let's say I am trying to parse double num3 equal to double dot parse double string c. Same problem will happen here. Since this is not a double type of data, it cannot be parsed. So we will get the same exception here.
Semicolon is missing.
Number format exception. Okay. So that is the kind of data conversion we use during our Selenium program. So integer dot parse and double dot parse double. So these are the two mostly used data conversion methods. So I'll just put the example there while sharing the notes. Any confusion here?
No.
Okay. Now next is our we are done with data types. Now coming to variables. So, variables. So we discussed about the variable already, but let's start in brief detail. So what is a variable basically? Somewhere here we discussed. Okay, so this is variable. So variable is basically a named memory location. To store temporary data within a program. So where that temporary data is stored?
In RAM.
In RAM, right? Random access memory. So we have read-only memories like hard drives, and then CDs, DVDs. Then we have USBs. Nowadays USBs are very popular, and then earlier we used to have floppies also. So those are the type of read-only memory. So random access memory is a primary memory, read-only memory is a secondary memory from memory Java computer memory point of view. So these variables are stored in primary memory for temporary purpose only. So once you terminate your program or you exit from your Eclipse, this memory is erased. I mean, the space is freed up. Secondary memory, right? Now Java supports explicit declaration of variable. We have discussed quite a lot of time now. So declaration of variable is explicit only. Okay, so what is the syntax for declaring a variable? We can have data type name, data type followed by variable name, like int num. So this is a data type, int is a data type, num is a variable name. Okay, so this is one type. Next one is data type followed by variable name equal to value. Okay, so this is another syntax. Third is data type. Variable where one name, where two name, where three name. This is the third syntax. The next one can be a data type, where one equal to value, where two equal to value, where three equal to value. All are allowed. Okay. So example as an int a equal to 100, long by y equal to, let's say, some long value 999956 L. Then char b. Likewise, we can have float, double, string, booleans. All are variable. All are variables only. B is a variable, y is a variable here, a is a variable here. So how do you assign values to variable? Assign values to variable. First is initialization. As in you are in assigning value at the beginning only, right? Int a equal to 10 or int b and b equal to 20. So this is the initialization of variable. Second is reading of variable, reading the value from variable. So let's say I have int a equal to 100. Now I am assigning value of a to v. So that's a kind of reading at which v is doing from a. Okay, so this is a kind of reading. This will be used when you will be reading data from input device. Or reading data from external files. Reading data from external files like text file or XLS file or database, etc. The next could be reading data from application object. So that time you will be like reading data and then you will be putting into the variable. You will not initialize at that time, right? So here we are initializing, right? And here we are like reading data from already available value. So a equal to 100 is already available. I am reading the data from a and assigning it to b. And in similar fashion, I can have data available, already available in input devices. I can just directly assign them into the variable. I will not initialize at that time. Okay. Duplicate variables are not allowed. So let's say if I have a, b, c already declared, I cannot have that again. So int d, b, f will be incorrect in Java. It will say duplicate d. I mean, if I try that in Eclipse, int a, b, c. In the next line, if I write b, d, b, b, f. In this line, it will give an error, duplicate local variable. So duplicate variables are not allowed within same function. If I have another method here where I can declare the duplicate, I mean, I can declare the variable with name b. So within same function, I cannot have duplicate variable. Any doubt or any confusion? It's quite basic as of now.
Yeah, it understandable.
Okay. Now, what is the variable name restriction in Java? So variable name is case sensitive. variable name is case sensitive. So if I write int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20, 200, then if I write int small b equal to 300, so this is not allowed. Capital B is not allowed. Let's try here. Int a equal to 10, int b equal to 200. So B. As in capital B is allowed, but it's different from small b. So it is case sensitive. Okay, so there is a difference between capital B and small b. Okay, so there is a difference between capital B and small b. Next one is the Java variable name should start with a letter or with a dollar or with underscore. Variable name should start with a letter or dollar or underscore. So example like my where is okay. Capital my where is also okay. Starting dollar my where is also okay. Starting underscore my where, this is also okay. 7 my where, this is not correct because it's starting from the digit. Star my where, this is again not correct. My where 7 is allowed. If I write here int my where or int where all, it is giving error in this line and in this line. Or it says syntax error on token 7. Delete this token. So 7 is not allowed. In this line, it is saying duplicate local variable mywhere. So it is considering this as duplicate. Let's do this. Let's do now what it is saying. Okay, okay. So let me just add this now. See, now it is saying star. Please delete star. It is not allowed. So a variable name should start with a small letter or a capital letter, or with dollar or with underscore. That is the only possibility.
Okay, so anything that starts with numbers or special characters other than dollar or underscore will throw an error.
It will throw an error. Okay. The next one is variable name should not match with the Java keyword. Right. So we have if else, then for import. So these are the Java keywords which are already reserved by Java. New, true, false. Then we have null. Likewise, we have so many Java keywords. So a variable name should not start with the Java keyword. Int equal to correct, int while would be incorrect. It is giving problem. Invalid variable declarator. Okay. Okay, next one is variable name should start. Variable name should not match with Java keywords. Next is variable name must be unique in the scope of declaration. In scope of declaration. So what does it mean? Scope of declaration, as in, if I am having this method, right? So the scope of this variable is local, right? So I cannot have duplicate variable. I mean, I cannot have other variable a again within this, right? So that's the meaning of scope of declaration. I can have static int a here, or I can have other function, other method, public void add, and then I can have int a here. There's no problem here, but within this I cannot have int a. It should be unique within the scope of declaration. The next one is variable length should not exceed 256 characters. So that's the maximum possible length which is allowed for Java variable. So it is too much, but this is the limit. Should not exceed 256. So ranges between 1 to 255. Okay. Now we have three types of variable. We discussed earlier also. The first is local variable. Second is global variable or class variable or static variable. Third is instance variable. Yeah. So now what is static or class variable? Anyone can tell? We discussed earlier also. Sitara? Yeah, Disha.
Which is just a second.
Yeah. We have
So-
local variable, global variable, and
Yeah.
instance variable.
The second is I mean the variable which can be declared inside the class,
Mhm.
and it can be accessible everywhere.
So that's a global variable.
Yeah, correct. Global variable.
Okay, so where should I write? Here. Is it fine if I declare a variable here? Int a equal to 10. Is it fine? This is a global variable. Am I audible?
Yes. Nitin, I don't remember actually.
Okay. No problem. Disha, this is correct. Is this a global variable? Or let me repeat once again. So see, this is a
Am I audible?
no, you were not audible. Now you're audible.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is.
It is global variable.
Yeah.
So I can access directly here inside this method, Disha.
Yes.
But it is giving error.
Okay. Under package basics, if we can declare.
You mean here?
Mhm.
Int
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem. So basically, Disha, I mean, you cannot declare anything before this public class. Only statement which comes between package and your class declaration is import statement.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you cannot declare variable or any sort of methods between class declaration and the package definition. Right, so this is fine. We can declare a variable here. This will be a global variable, but if you input a static here, now it is fine. It will become a global variable.
Okay. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, so static means those are data members, class members. Those are class members. Those are not object members. Okay, so this class is ending in next 2 minutes. So okay, first I'll cover local variable basically. So that's simplest to understand. So let's say I have 3 methods: public, void, subtract, or division. I have int a equal to 10 here, int b equal to 20 here. Okay, I have, let's say, similar variable here, int a equal to 5, int b equal to 20, int a equal to 10, int c equal to 30. Right, so maybe I'll take int b equal to 30. So these all are local variables. The scope of these variables within this method only. Within this method only. Int a equal to 10, int b equal to 30.
Yeah.
I can use within this method only. Okay, if I remove this and try using CISO here, and then a, it will, Java will not identify this because we have static variable here. That's why it was not giving any error. Now it is giving error. See, a cannot be resolved to a variable. So Java does not know where exactly a is. Though we have a in this method and a in this method, but the scope of declaration of these variable within this method only. Okay, so local variables are quite simple. The scope of declaration is within the method only. So this class is ending, guys. So please rejoin after the class is terminated.
Okay.
Okay, so local variable is clear, guys. Any confusion in local variable? It's quite straightforward.
Yes, it is understood.
Okay, fine. Now let's have a global variable. So global variables should be declared outside main method and outside any method. Okay, so this variable is a global variable if it is declared outside main method or outside any of the method. Then only it will become global variable.
Yeah, but static should be added, right?
Yeah, static should be added. Otherwise, it will be a instance variable.
Instance variable. Yeah.
So it can be accessed in any of the method. So, you can access that using class name. That is also fine. You can access that directly also. This is also fine. Similarly, here also these two lines will work. Here also these two lines will work. So I will have same output 6 times. Okay, I have not called this method first, so I will have to call add public static add then div. So I have 10 6 times 1 2 3 4 5 6. Making sense? So this is a global variable or a class variable or a static variable. Global class static. Okay, now coming to the instance variable. So I can have instance variable outside of main method also, or I can have a static variable inside main method also. So instance variable can be declared outside main method also or inside main method also. So int a equal to 10, this will become instance variable. Int b equal to 20, this will become instance variable. So this can be local variable also, but I can use that using object also. So let's say demo do equal to new demo.
The braces.
Yeah, d dot it is not allowed because this is a local variable. So inside main method not allowed. So instance variable is like outside main method only. So d dot a is allowed.
Okay.
D dot a. So this is allowed. So this is a instance variable. Okay. So basically there are some syntaxes which we follow for declaring these local and global variables. I'll just note it down. So let's say I have a class here, starting class body. Now I can have a static variable. it can be accessed in entire class. I can have instance variable. One, let's say. I have one block of code, which is a kind of method where I have one local variable. One. Then static. I can call a static variable directly. Or I can call instance variable also. So this is one block of code is over. Now block 2. Let's say I have one local variable for block 2. Which is finishing here. I have main program, main method here. Let's say I have one local variable. Local variable 1. And then I have static variable. I can use a static variable. Or I can use instance variable. So likewise, there could be another blocks also where I can use local variable, instance variable, and static variable. Okay, so I'll just note down the definition also, or I'll just read it here. Can you will you note it down, or I'll share it via notes only?
Notes would be good, right?
Notes, yeah, notes will be good, yeah. Okay. So any confusion in instance variable, static variable, or local variable, because that's a quite important. You should understand the difference between instance, local, and static.
Yeah.
Yes, Nitin, understood.
Understood, yeah. Okay. Now coming to the Java operators. So if at all you have any doubt, please ask again. We will discuss again. So maybe you can refer the notes and recordings, and then also still you have doubts, we can discuss again. Okay. Now Java operators. So guys, before that, Satara, did you work on those programs?
Yes, I was able to do it.
All of them?
Except the print those stars.
Print those stars, okay. Because
That pattern is I need to give some time on that. Apart from that, I was able to do it.
Okay, fine. So do one thing, Sitara. Whatever you have done and whatever you are not able to complete, then that we will park it aside for now. You shared the code with me. I'll just review that and provide you the feedback over the email only, because we will be meeting on Friday, right? So I'll provide the feedback over the email, and I'll share the assignment for this week by today EOD.
Okay.
Okay. So 10 programs again for both of you, and that we can discuss on either on Friday or before that if the time permits.
Sure.
Thursday is holiday for you by any chance? 14th of April.
14th.
Because
Not, I am on PTO, so I can be available.
I won't be available.
okay, because Thursday is off in some of the Wipro locations. Not sure why. In Tamil Nadu, in Bengaluru, they are off, but it's not applicable for Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is off only on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a usual holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can meet before Friday. Yeah. All right. So Java operators. Now, what is the operator basically?
where we can perform operations,
Mathematical part.
mathematical operations.
Mathematical, then comparison
Assignment, comparison.
and logical operations, right?
Yeah.
Logical operations. And where all we can perform, on what all we can perform these operations?
On variables,
On variables, good. And on
methods, no, wait. On variables and
values.
values, yeah.
Yeah, so we can directly perform operations on values also. The example is in, let's say I have int a equal to 45, b equal to int a equal to 45, b equal to 20, and I am just adding them using plus operator, right? Or this is operation on variable. I can do directly also 45 plus 20. That is also correct, right? Both are same. So this operation is on variable. This operation is on value. I can directly do operation like CISO 100 plus 200. So this will also be fine if I write this line here. CISO 100 plus 200. Directly it is plus addition is performed on these two, and output is here 300. Or I can do like this also, CISO a plus b, right? So both are allowed. So you can perform operations either on variable or on values. Okay, now what are the categories of operators we have in Java?
Categories
As in what all types of operators we have in Java? Categories of operators. First is arithmetic
as we
operator.
said, arithmetic operator. Yeah. Then logical operators.
Operators which returns value based results. Right, so the output of this this arithmetic operator is we get value, right? So the output of this is we get value 300. The output of this we get value of a plus b. Fine. Next is unary operators. Unary operators. As in, if you are aware of a plus equal to 10, maybe a plus plus or a minus minus. So those are unary operators. This also provides value based results. Next is assignment operator. Okay, assignment operator will be like equal to or multiply by equal to plus equal to minus equal to. Those are all assignment operator. We'll see that in detail. The next one is comparison operators. Or relational operators. So these operators return Boolean result. These operators return Boolean result. Assignment operators are also kind of returns value-based results. Okay, next is logical operators. Logical operators, where we have and, or, XOR. Okay. Now, first one is arithmetic operators. So, in arithmetic operators, what all operations we can perform? We can perform addition,
Addition, subtraction,
Subtraction.
multiplication.
multiplication, division, modulus. Okay. So addition is quite common, right? Addition is like addition of two numbers, or addition as in string concatenation also. So addition, comma, string concatenation. For string concatenation also we use addition operator. And it is denoted by plus. So if I have int a equal to 10 or and b equal to 120, and c equal to a plus b will be 30. And similarly for string concatenation, if I have string s1 equal to selenium, string s2 equal to testing, so s1 plus s2. So I can concatenate two strings using plus operator also. The output would be selenium plus selenium testing. Okay, so I can use plus operator to add two values, two variables, or two strings. Making sense?
Yes, Nitin.
Okay, next we have subtraction. Is like minus, or it will subtract value or it will negate value. Negation. So if I have int a equal to 20, int b equal to 30, let's say 10, int c equal to a minus b. C, then output would be 10. It is just negating, or it is just subtracting, and we can negate also. Into d equal to minus 100. So we are just negating the value of 100. There also it is used to subtract and to negate. Okay. Similarly, we have multiplication operator also. So multiplication will multiply two values. Division also. Division will divide two value and then return the output. Then we have modulus operator also. So Disha, are you? Disha is aware. Sitara, are you aware about modulus operator? What is the use of this?
Yes, I use it for even numbers and odd numbers.
Okay. So it returns the as in, let's say if I have something to divide by 2 into, let's say, 10 equal to 10, and if I have anything to a modulus 2. So what will be the output of this? What will be the output?
0, the 0, because it takes a remainder part, right?
Yeah, remainder part. Yeah. So if I do this like a divided by 2, then it will be 5.
Mm.
Correct? And if
Right,
I
right.
put modulus a modulus 2, it will be 0. So this is a remainder. Modulus is a remainder. Okay. Okay. So string concatenation. For string concatenation, if I concatenate number with number, what will be the output? Number only, right? If I concatenate string plus number, then
String and number.
string and number. Right?
Concat. Yeah,
Yeah, so
concat, na?
ABC 1 2 3, then ABC 1 2 3 will be displayed.
Yeah.
And if I have, let's say I have string s a equal to ABC and a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. So if I add a plus x plus b, what will be the output? Either it will be ABC 30 or ABC 1020.
ABC 30, because x and b is integers, so it might perform arithmetic operation. Maybe.
Tisha?
Yeah, same for me. ABC 30.
ABC 30. Okay. Or if I write C, so a x plus b plus a, then
30 ABC.
30 ABC. Okay. If I write a plus x plus b, now
Oh, now in this case, it could be
Yeah, we need to
ABC
do
30 operation, so separate it out.
so in this
In
case,
first, it might show as a, like a string, right?
yeah. So the difference here is, since the operation starts from left to right. Okay, so the operation will start from here. A is a string. If you add a string to a number, the resultant would be string only. Okay. So ABC 10, this is a string. This will become a string. Again, 20 will be added to this. So it will become ABC 1020. Here the operation will start from left, right? So x is an integer and b is also an integer. So integer plus integer, number plus number will become number, that is 30. 30 will be added to a string. A string, number plus a string will become a string. So 30 ABC. The result will be 30 ABC. Here the operation is starting from left. So A is ABC. We have concatenation operator, and since the bracket is started here, and this expression is as in is difference. There is a difference in this overall expression. So this will be computed first, and then finally number will be added to this. It will be like ABC 30. The output of first is ABC 1020. The output of second is 30 ABC, and output of third is ABC 30. Making sense? So Number plus number is number. String plus number is string. String plus string is also a string. Number plus string is also a string. So if you see string anywhere, the result would be in a string only.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So division and multiplication are quite straightforward. Right? Modulus we have already seen. So that's for the reminder. For reminder. Okay. Coming to unary operator. So and one more thing, guys, these are called operand. Okay, so here whenever you are performing any operation on variables, those are called operand. So int a, let's say int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20. Here a is a operand, and when you perform any operation on this, a plus b, a is a operand, b is a operand, and plus is a operator.
Okay.
Okay, operand. Now unary operator is when, as in for performing unary operation, only one operand is required. Only one operand is required. So unary operation is as in used to perform increment operator, increment, decrement. Then we have anything else? No, only two are there, increment and decrement. So that we use during our looping concepts. We use this in looping. So let me go to Eclipse. So I plus plus is a increment operator. I minus minus is a decrement operator. Okay. So what it does is it is equivalent to I equal to I plus 1. I plus 1. I minus minus is equivalent to I equal to I minus 1. It could be pre-increment also and post-increment also. So I can have plus plus I also. Similarly, it could be pre-decrement also and post-decrement also. So minus minus I. Okay, so I can have 4 variations: post-increment, pre-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement. Now what happens is if you put plus plus I, then first the value of I will be incremented and then it will be assigned. So plus plus I is value of I, first the value of I will be incremented and then S will be assigned. Value of I will be incremented and then assigned. So let me take one example here. I equal to, let's say, 10. Now what I am doing, I am just putting the value of I into J. Let's remove this and I am just putting int k equal to I plus plus. Here the first the value of I will be assigned and then it will be incremented. In case of pre-decrement, first the value of I will be decreased and then it will be assigned. In case of post decrement, first the value of I will be assigned and then decremented. Decrement. And finally, what will be the value of I? So let's say so I J K P Q. Let's do in separate line. Okay, so who will tell me the output of this? The initial value of I is 10. Then we are performing pre-increment, assigning the value to J. Then we are performing post-increment and assigning the value to K. Then we are performing pre-decrement and assigning the value to P. Then we are performing post-decrement and assigning the value to Q. I think you are quite clear about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Satara, let's try with you.
So I will be 10.
I is 10 here. Okay.
Yeah.
And now what will the value of J?
In J, it will first increment and then assign. So it will be
J
9.
what will be J of value of I and what will be the value of J here?
Uh, I will be 10, J will be 9.
You are incrementing this, huh? Satara? Plus 1. So 10 plus 1, what will be the value of 10 plus
11, yeah.
11? Yeah. So post pre-increment, you are incrementing the value of
Mm,
I first. So it will become 11
right.
and 11 will be assigned to J.
J.
Right. So J would be 11 and of course the value of I will also be 11 after here. If I print the value of I and J here, control X. Okay, so we'll check here. Fine. Now, and in this line, I and K.
I plus plus. It will be incremented. So I will be assigned and then increment. I will be 11 and then K will be 12.
Assigned to what? Why are you assigning to I? Assignment is working here.
Since it is incrementing, so it will be 12, right? K will be 12.
So first, I mean, you should understand this as I int K equal to I, and then int, and then I equal to I plus 1. So this is what is the meaning of this line, Satara.
Okay, so since previously it was 11, now we will be assigning that 11 to K.
Correct.
So K will be 11.
Correct.
And then it will be incremented. So
Right.
I will be now 12.
Correct. Yeah. First it is assigned and then incremented. Got it? And let's check the value of I here. Control C. Control X. Now, what will be the value of I and P here?
Yeah. So first value will be decreased. So now it is 12. So 12 will be decreased to 11.
Correct.
And then that value will be assigned to P.
Correct. So value of P will be
10.
Why 10?
No, hold on. 12
11.
I will be, yeah,
12 is, so this is the last value of I, 12,
right.
right?
So it
And
will be decreased.
by 1,
11.
11, right? And
Yeah, and the same
same value of, oh sorry, 11 would be the
P
value
will
of P, and
P.
It
again
will
the
be 11.
value of I will also be
11.
11. Okay, so I'll print here, then P. Okay, now here I and
Will be assigned and then decremented.
Q.
Yeah. So I will be 11 and then Q will be decreased, so which means 10.
I will be 11. So value of I is assigned to Q first, no? Why you are assigning after decrement?
I will be assigned and then decremented.
Then
Value of
decrease.
11. Then 11 is decreased to 10.
Yeah.
And then that 10 value will be assigned to Q.
No, will be assigned to I. See,
No.
the meaning of this line is Q equal to I, and then I equal to I minus 1.
Okay. Q
First
is
it
equal
is
to I.
assigned, and then it is decreased by 1.
So last it was 11. So now the value will be changed. Q will be 11 and then it will be decreased.
Correct.
For I, which means 10. I will be 10.
I will be 10.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let me just note it down.
Yeah. So I'll just also write here. So value of first I equal to I minus 1, and then it is assigned to P. Here also I equal to K, then I equal to I plus 1. I equal to I plus 1, then I equal to J. Making sense, guys?
Yes.
Sitara?
Yes, I need more practice on this.
Yeah. So let's run this, and then first we will see the output, and then we will discuss it further if required. So let me run this. First we have 11, that's correct. Now we have 12, that is also correct. Now we have 11. Okay, I forgot P. Right. So we were discussing about increment, decrement. So Ij, Ik, Ip, and Iq. Let me run this again. First we have 11, correct. Then we have 12, it is also correct. Then we have 11, and then 10, So output is coming the way we discussed. Okay, so Sitara, please have a look at this once again, and then let me know if you have any confusion.
Yeah. Yes, Nitin, I'm good. I've noted down as well.
Okay. So you will have, I'll give some questions around this, Satara, in our assignment.
Mhm.
So practice it, and then if you have any confusion, you can ask me, or you can have a just check the recording, and then you will be like, okay.
Yeah.
So the meaning here is like first increment and then assign, then assign. Okay. Here the meaning is first assign and then increment. Here the meaning is first decrement, then assign. And here the meaning is first assign and then decrement. So it's quite straightforward. Okay. Unary operator is done. We use them while looping, while mostly in while loop, in for loop. And there is no such concept like since we have I equal to I plus 1, there is no such concept like I plus plus equal to or plus 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 equal to I plus 2. No, only I plus plus. So only up to this is allowed in Java. No plus 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 plus. Okay. Similarly, plus 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 I is not allowed. Minus 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 I is not allowed. Minus minus plus plus likewise is not allowed. So only 4 variation: plus plus I plus plus, minus minus I minus minus. All right. Now coming to the assignment operator. The one we are using quite frequently, that is equal to, right? We are using them since day one. So int a equal to 10. So that is assignment operator. Right. The next one is in assignment, we have a plus equal to 10, a minus equal to 10, a multiply equal to 10, and a divide equal to, divide is not allowed. So what it does is, should I remove this, Disha? Satara?
Yes, Nitin.
Okay. So let's say I have one variable int a equal to 10, and I have one more variable comma v equal to 20. So I can print like a equal to b. So that is fine. Or I can print like b equal to a. This is also fine. But I cannot do like I see so a double equal to b. This will give false actually here. Let's run this and then check. A double equal to b true. Okay. After the operations, this operations, I think the value of a and b is changed.
Yeah, that's a correct. Boolean.
Here it will give false. Okay. So what it is doing, it is checking whether a is equal to b or not. If the value of a is equal to b, then what it is returning? It is returning Boolean result. Okay, here what is happening? Value of b is assigned to a, and then a is printed. So value of b is 20 and value of a is 10. So value of b is assigned to a. So a will become 20 and then 20 is printed. Now the latest value of a is 20 and also of b is 20. And this line does not make any sense because both of the values are 20 only. Okay. So any confusion here, Satara?
No.
No, right? Okay. I was just discussing. I want to discuss on this assign and then add operators. So let's say I have so a. Now what I am doing? I am doing a plus equal to 10. So a minus equal to 10. So a multiply equal to 10. So a. Okay. So what is the meaning of this line is first it adds the value, or you should read like a equal to a plus 10 like this. So the meaning of this line is a equal to a plus 10. So we can write in this form also a plus equal to 10. So the current value of a is added by 10 and then finally it is assigned to a. Similarly here the value of the meaning of this line is a equal to a minus 10. Similarly here the value, the meaning of this line is a equal to a multiplied by 10. Making sense, guys? So what will be the output here? Here will be
10,
10. Okay, here it would be
10
20,
plus 10, 20.
correct. Here, let me do this 5.
10.
Now
20, 15.
15. Good. Now here
15 into 10, 150.
150. Correct. So let's comment these lines and then try running this. So 10, 20, 15, 150. Right? So it's quite simple. So this is the meaning of this line. These are called assignment operators. Okay. Add and assign, subtract and assign, multiply and then assign. Then we have next category is a relational operator or comparison operator. So we have comparison operator is equal to double equal to, less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than. Yeah, these are the 6 operators we have for comparison or for relational purpose. Right. So the result of these operator is a Boolean value. So it would either return true or it would either return false. So result of these operators are Boolean. True or false. Okay. So let's take the example. And I think most of the assignment questions were around these only in our last assignment, where you need to compare the two values. Okay, so let me let it a equal to 10, comma b equal to 20. Now if I write c, so a greater than b, c, so a less than b, greater than equal to, less than equal to, greater than less than, equal to not equal to. Okay, so what will be the output of this line, Satara?
I'm not sure. A is greater than B. It will be Boolean, right? So false.
What is not sure here?
As in the values, because 10 is obviously not greater than 20.
Correct.
So the result would be false.
Yeah, result will be false because it returns the Boolean value.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it does not return any value. It returns the Boolean value as in true or false only.
Mhm.
That's why we use during if uh, conditions. So A is greater than B is false, right? So 10 is greater than B is false. Here,
A is less than true.
true, correct. Here,
False.
false, correct.
Is less than equal to. It is less but not that equal to B. False. It is less but not equal to B, right?
So either of the condition, if either of the condition is true, it will be true only.
Then true, because one it is less.
10 is
So
less than equal to 20 or
yes.
10 is equal to 20. So both are false only, no? Sorry, both, I mean, one is true.
True.
Yeah,
One is
true.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, true only, yeah. A
This
double
is
equal to,
false. False.
hmm,
A
this,
is not equal to B. True.
correct. So for FT, right? So it's quite straightforward. Greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, double equal to, not equal. Okay. So wherever you use this line, it will return true or false only. It will not return any value. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay. Next we have logical operators. Logical operators. So any confusion so far in today's session? From where we started, from this conversion. Any confusion in conversion?
No.
Variables, no, right?
No.
Local, class level, instance variable.
Yeah, just those variables we need to practice.
Yeah. Then operators, we have 5 types of operators: arithmetic, unary, assignment, comparison, and logical. Logical we are discussing now. So arithmetic as in to perform arithmetic operations. Unary, which works on one operand, that is plus plus or minus minus. Assignment is equal to plus equal, minus equal, multiply equal. Then we have this concatenation also we have seen. Then relational, equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. Now logical, there are 3 logical operators: logical not operator, logical and operator, and logical or operator. First is logical not. So this is logical not. Second is logical and. Like this. Third is logical or. This is denoted by, where is the line? Like this. Okay, so not is simple.
Yes. Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, Disha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nitin, just one question. So in the second, it says and, which is to this thing. But I remember when I was performed that code for greater than and less to know, I just used one and operator.
is also
And when I
fine.
was seeing,
Mm.
it works similarly, right?
Yeah, that is
Because
also
I
fine.
saw in Disha, it was like two operators. I had that question then.
Yeah. So this is also fine. That is also fine if you use single or double.
Okay.
Yeah. So or not will just negate the value. Okay. So where are the expression? 1 second. So we'll discuss on and or first. So let's say I have two expression 1 and expression 2. And what will be the result for and operator? So if expression 1 is true and expression 2 is also true, then the final result will be true for and. Expression 1 is true, expression 2 is false, final result will become false. If either of one is false, the result will be false. False, true, false, 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 false. So this is about AND operator. So if either of one is false, either of the expression is false, it will become false only. I can have another expression also, which can, the same condition apply here. If either of the expression is false, the entire expression will become false here. Fine. The result criteria for OR is or 555. So if either of the one is true, the expression will become true. So this is the difference between and or. So true will become true, true false will become true, false true will become true, false will become false. Making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's understand this by example. Let's say I have two Boolean variable, Boolean a equal to true, b equal to false. Now see, so a and b. Let me take true first. So what will be the output of this as per the table?
True.
True, right?
True.
If either of the expression is true, it will return true. If I write false here, it will become
False.
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 If I write false here or true
Then
here,
False.
false.
Yeah. If both false, then false, obviously false. Just run it. False, okay. So this is verified. Now, if A and B both are false, then
False.
false only, right? If I change this to true, then
True.
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 If I change this to true and this to false,
True.
True.
true, right? If I change this to true,
True.
True.
All right, and if I negate this, the entire expression, if I negate, then
False.
false. Right. So it's just negating the value of this, the result of this expression. If I write and here, and let's say if I write false here, what will be the output, Sitara?
If one of the expression is false and false, so it will be true.
It will be true. Great. Okay, so it's quite clear,
Yeah.
right? So negate will negate the expression, right? Whatever is the current value, it will just negate it, change, reverse it. And is if either of the expression is false, it will be false, otherwise true. Or is if either of the expression is true, it will return true. There could be more than two expressions also. We'll see that in the example. Okay. Any confusion here?
No.
All right. The next one is Java control statements. Control flow statements. So we'll just cover couple of theory item here today. Then we will take the further discussion on this in next session, because I will have to leave by 4 o'clock to go somewhere. So, so basically Java has three types of control statements. Okay, the first is conditional and decision making statement. The first one is conditional or decision making. So under this we have two types of conditional statement. The first is if statement and second is switch statement. Okay. The second one is
Do while.
no. So that actually, so these are the condition statements which we use in Java, right? So there could be basically three conditions in Java. So three types of conditions could be there. First is single condition, wherein I have some any of the positive or negative condition inside my condition statement. So the syntax for that is if condition, then that's all. Okay, so this is the condition and you are just checking it. So for positive condition, it will be like if a equal to a greater than b, and then just close the bracket. For negative condition, it would be a is greater than b. So this will become the negative condition. I'm just negating the value of this. So let's say if A is greater than B, let's say value of A is 10 and value of B is 5, then this condition will become positive condition, right? A is greater than B.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I perform this operation, A greater than B, that will return true. And then finally the value of this will be negative. So it will become negative condition. So this is the first type of condition in Java. Second type of condition is the compound condition. Or multi conditions. This can again be positive and negative condition. So positive condition would be like, let's say positive condition would be like, if condition 1 and or condition 2 negative condition would be we'll just negate the entire statement. Making sense or not, guys? Or any confusion here?
No confusion.
So condition 1 as in here I have only one condition, that A is greater than B. Here I can have two conditions, like if A is greater than B and A is greater than C. So here I have two conditions. So basis this these operators, right? Logical operators, we can get the value of this. If A is greater than B, true, and A is greater than C is true. If either of the condition is false, then it will be false. Otherwise, it will be true. So in this case, if both are true, then it will return true. Satara, making sense for you?
Yes.
Yeah. If I have, instead of this, if I have or here, then if either of the condition is true, then
True then.
then only it will be true. So I am using multiple conditions here in single line only. Yeah. And for negative condition, I am just negating the value of this, the entire value of this. So I'll use the same logic here, which just explained. Two expression and the final value basis the and or operator. Okay. The third one is nested conditions. So if condition 1, then another if condition 2, then another if condition 3, likewise I can have several nested if. So what will happen if this condition is true, then only the compiler will look into this line. If this condition is true, then only compiler will look into this line. If any of the condition is false, immediately execution will, the program will terminate, and as in program will come out of this loop, this if statement itself. So this is called nested condition. So three conditions which we see in programming, that is, first is single line, second is multi-line or compound condition, and third is nested condition. In single line and multi-line, we can have negative conditions also, which will just negate the value of our current expression. And for handling this, we have two type of decision making statement. The first one is if statement, and second one is switch statement. Yeah, so we'll see if statement next time, Tisha, Satara. So I'll just stop the session here itself.
Okay.
Okay. So any confusion before we close for that for today? It is just a basic part only going as of now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
So,
it was good. Just I need to brush up the things. I mean, go through the concepts of variables, instance variable, local variable, global variable.
yeah,
That part.
yeah. Okay. So go. I mean, you can check the recordings also, guys, because we have discussed this in previous
Yeah.
sessions also. So if at all you have any question, just drop a message on WhatsApp. Yeah. So where also we can have the discussion, and I'll share the recording, assignment, and notes by today end of day. Okay. For week 2, and then next week, I mean, I thought to complete if today, but somehow it wasn't completed because operators took little more time. Let me just